Eilish or her music.
I completely understood.
Popular.
I understood her winning. Was it a year ago or 2 years ago?
Yeah, last year.
Because she had a big album, and it was a good album. Like I said, it was something that I went back to, but she was everywhere. She won record of the year.
Billie Eilish comes up for the big one, record of the year, and she spends her whole time. It just came off a little odd, all of that. Yo, Meg is the one. Meg, I listen to every single day.
This should have been
Meg, this should have been yours. I'm giving it to you. See, that's why
the biggest moment of the Grammys, which is, that's the big award. I'm going to use that to throw all the spotlight on you.
And that's why I don't care about what Rock Nation did. Because there were some artists to come up there and say, it's you. It's not me, it's you. Joe thought that speech was a little off, but I didn't understand why. Until I'm watching the news, and they say that the song that she won for is a song that's not out. It's a song that's not released. It's a song that is attached to a soundtrack of a movie that should have been released in October, but because of the pandemic, it was not. How did you win?
See, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I thought it was on the soundtrack. I knew it was on the soundtrack. I thought it was something that came out, though. That's crazy. It's not even out.
That's nuts.
That's insane.
That is nuts.
How did you win it?
Maybe it was just that good of a record.
I'm gonna touch that shit like a dickhead.
Artists, all the records are good before they come out. Tell me one record that ain't good before it come out. All of us think all the shit is Thriller.
Well, I wasn't speaking. I don't think it was that good of a record. But
you don't know because it didn't come out.
The song that's like right now, the song still is not out.
I can't go listen to the song over.
It has to be out after, but I don't think she deserved it.
Oh no, it was released as a single on November 13th, 2019.
Oh, that's mad time about it win.
Oh, then
If you say that, then you don't understand submissions. You don't no. Wait, it was released when?
2019, November.
that's the Grammys.
That's not what they report on the news.
Well, we could all
The news is saying it's wrong. We can Google it. We can check it out.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now.
But even if they rigged it, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. Like, I was happy about the whole ordeal. All of it. I was. And it was a good watch. I wouldn't be mad if they returned next year doing it in a similar fashion.
They did it for Twitter. They did it for the internet, it seemed like.
Trevor, no, I wasn't mad at.
I like Trevor.
Not mad at that.
Wasn't mad at.
I got a question about that though, Trevor Noah, and I don't follow him enough to know. Is that how he really looks?
Yeah.
Like the weekend?
Okay.
Yo,
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Like the weekend.
I could
Well,
see
he used to have
He
used to have like a low cut.
Well, I just asked that because I found it when I watched the Grammys, and I found it kind of funny to me. I'm like, oh, they was gonna get the Weeknd here regardless. Okay, you're not gonna show up. We're gonna bring our own Weeknd. And that's what it looked like to me. He got the same mustache, the same look. I'm like, from a distance, that looks like the Weeknd. So we're gonna get him here one way or another. That's why I asked that question.
Yeah.
So that was intentional. Okay.
No. He's been growing his hair out like this since the quarantine.
He's a star boy.
He needs to start.
He's been a star.
Yeah, I want to try to be funny because, like I said, I don't know enough about
Every
him.
time you say that, something funny comes up, you know.
It's like when people say no disrespect.
Yeah, right.
Disrespect immediately follows.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I don't want to misplace any anger, and I'm going to leave this Grammy conversation in a couple of seconds, but let me just rap for some people right quick. As I'm watching the Doja Cat performance that she bodied, along with the video that she dropped to the meme that I didn't know where that sexy ass beat came from. All the rappers' career she's been killing. Right? But she gets up there, and at the end of one of her verses, the last 4 bars was, for me, reminiscent of Nicki Minaj.
You hit it right on the head, bro.
Yeah, she has when she raps, she has some Nicki-esque.
She doesn't hide it. She says that Nicki is an inspiration to her. It's one of the greatest ever. It was awesome, right? And when she said that, I immediately thought of Nas winning his Grammy after X amount of nominations and the Grammys doing the right thing. And then I thought about all the confirmation that we as artists get from the Grammys when we're nominated or deemed a winner. And Nicki Minaj popped in my head, of course. Because it's like, okay, even if you play the game where you want to win the Grammy because your label's paying X amount of dollars and your album did X amount of platinum, so you should win, so your ratings can go up if it says Grammy nominated, blah, 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 blah. In the event that that doesn't happen, who the fuck are y'all to say that y'all are the reason why it does? Your thinking is why it doesn't happen, right? Like Nas winning under these circumstances, all of these nominations and years later, for me as a hip hop enthusiast, it's funny to me. It's funny. Nicki having inspired so many of the younger women that are dominating. If you ask Joe, I think women will continue to dominate for the foreseeable future. I think some credence has to go into that, and you have to acknowledge that.
You don't see the trend? They don't respect queens.
And when he says Queens, he means the borough.
The borough, yeah.
Okay. Nah, I was confused when he said that. But the first time, when he said that to me in a private conversation, I was confused.
Might have something there.
Slow.
That might be. That might be the slow
I
friend.
think
I'll
that
take
was
that.
one of the ones that boycotted a lot years back too.
Okay.
Too, if I'm not mistaken. I read there was a list of like everyone, all the hip hop acts who had at some point boycotted the Grammys, and I believe he was on there.
Nicki Minaj needs her flowers. Whoever the Grammy board is, whoever's on there, y'all are not the ones that get to determine that Nicki Minaj and all of her impact and influence don't get to win an award. I'm sorry. I'm done with those days. Y'all are not the fucking gatekeepers, the barriers of entry. Y'all are not any of that. What she did that. And now we're at a place where we have to acknowledge the, not impersonators, but the people who were inspired by that act. It's the same thing like when some of these people win, I see the Drake influence there. Call me a dick rider, who knows? But Nicki is in that same boat. I don't think too many more years need to go by where she's not awarded for her efforts. That's how I felt watching Doja Cat and some of the winners there.
And you know what really pisses me off? Then everyone wants to come out. Then it's lifetime achievement. It's every award. Every award show is going to give you every award imaginable. Nothing changed in a year. It's not like your contributions change, your music change, your impact change. Nothing's changed in that time from this award show to the next one. Except you're not here to stand up there and give your acceptance speech. That's the only thing that changed. But now you get honored for everything.
Her DNA was all over this award show.
Right.
Like, it's not just a blueprint.
Yeah.
It's her DNA. Like, and it's funny you say that because I said the same thing on my podcast. It's like, yo, Nicki Minaj appreciation should be a thing because none of this even looks like this without her.
Right.
And I prefaced it with, I'm young. I know I'm a young guy. I didn't live through the Lil' Kim era. I didn't live through Foxy Brown. I didn't see that. So for me, Nicki Minaj was that go-to female rapper.
She took what, being that you were, like
I wasn't there.
Okay, they set the foundation. She built the fucking castle on top of it.
She showed how to be a pop
put it
star.
to where right. She took what they started and made it this.
But she doesn't get appreciated for it. So I'm glad that Joe mentioned
it.
it.
Gets me. Like, because then the second someone mentions her, the argument comes in. Oh well, yeah, she was inspired by Kim. Like, so you're still gonna jump over her. You'll give the flowers to the people before her and the people after her, but not her.
You know what's fucked up about that? Because the Grammys isn't gonna say Lil' Kim deserves the flowers, right? They're not gonna say that. They're never gonna mention Lil' Kim in that regard. But then they don't acknowledge her for the pop star either. And we don't really acknowledge her for that, what she's done in the same breath.
While we at lack of acknowledgement, did the Grammys do the rest in peace television board to all the people that passed this year?
Yeah, they did the
memoriam,
whatever it's called. They did.
That's where the.
Did anyone see Andre Harrell?
He was there. Yeah.
Okay.
Doom was there.
Got it.
I wish they would throw him part in, but I guess I get it. He was on a mainstream thing. That would have been a nice.
Still should have been there. Still should have been there.
Yeah, should have been there. But they said, we also have a list of 1,000 other people on the website. You can go check that out. Which I thought was kind of funny.
I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that rest in peace, Freddie Godson.
Absolutely. Rest in peace, Doom. Rest in peace,
Pop
people we
Smoke,
lost.
Doom,
Yeah,
Juice
Pop Smoke,
WRLD,
yeah.
Nipsey, just
It's a lot.
everybody. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So maybe that's why they threw it on the website, because it was so much death in the last year.
I'm not even just talking hip hop.
Yeah,
You gotta think they're
yeah,
covering
music.
all music. It's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of death last year. So I'll cut them some slack
Yeah.
that they said, hey, go to this website and check out all the people that passed away, because we're just going to put some of the notable or more known people here on, while they got the show.
One thing I thought about with the Grammys too is, the age-old discussion is we got to make our own shit. We got to make our own shit. But we have some of our own shit in the BET Hip Hop Awards, the BET Podcast Awards, the Soul
Train
Awards. And I think that we need to just also put stock in that the same way. Because sometimes it feels like, it's just a little BET award or something like that. That's not cool either. Like, we should put them on the same pedestal as we put the Grammys on. As opposed to saying, oh man, we got to start our own shit, we got to start our own Grammys. They kind of exist, and we just don't give them enough credit, in my opinion.
It's because we're still looking for acceptance outside of our own. That's really what it all boils down to. Like the BET Awards is just us. The Grammys is them and us. So we want to be accepted outside of our own.
Well, the BET Awards is not just us. It's Viacom.
Which is true.
Y'all, it's never just us anywhere.
It's not. It's really not. It's really not. But
that's the point I had to learn as a creator. Like throughout my career, in hindsight, I'm looking at the road travel, and I'm like, all right, man. When they
Go to the fucking basket, stupid bitch. What the fuck are these niggas doing, man?
Monetize something that they didn't participate in. My advantage is as a creator, I can go somewhere else and create something. They can't, so they won't know what to see when I create it. The downfall in that is that as a creator, anywhere that you go to create something, those people are coming.
Yeah.
You're not going to escape them, so you better learn how to coexist or live with it. And that's the truth of the matter. I know we want to talk about new music because there is new music that came out, even if I didn't hear it. But before we get to that, we were talking about Nicki. I want to stay on female rappers for a quick second. This week I saw Justin LA's show with Saweetie and Prince and Puff Son Prince.
It's Justin.
I mean, sorry, Justin.
Cole.
Justin. I'm sorry. Justin LA Boy.
Okay, that group. I'll take
Get out of here.
And Saweetie.
Right. Is Saweetie alright?
Is she okay?
in terms of what?
I'd just like to check.
I mean, she looked okay in the video. Every time
She
I
looks
see her,
good.
she looks pretty
It's
good.
important that,
You said is she alright?
just in general, Yeah.
Anyway, new music.
New music.
New music.
Benny the Butcher. It wasn't a lot. Benny and Fraud.
Yeah.
Benny and Fraud. That's a good start.
Fraud drop every week.
But
I mean,
Benny be working heat, so I'm not mad at it.
Benny the Butcher and the Plugs I Met to out now in your phones right now. He's been working on this for a while, promoting this for a while. I did get a chance to listen to a little bit of it. I heard it's Benny. I support it.
What you talking
Go,
about?
Randall.
He's talking. And this is coming from anybody who knows me. I'm not Team Griselda like everybody else.
Really?
I have my own stance when it comes to them.
You can't sit in ice and say that, man.
You mean more?
I mean, ice. You can't sit in more.
I'm just saying.
You can't sit in more. You can't sit in more.
That's more, that's the more.
That's trying to be funny.
I'm just saying. Trying to be funny, is that true?
Why not though?
I do think Benny and Conway can rap. I also say that I've heard too much of the exact same thing from them for too long. So it's the production.
Your ways to
everything.
change.
It's everything. So
But what if that's
giving me this
but what if that's just their sound and that's where we at with it?
and that's fine. It's not for me.
It's not for you.
Okay. And which is why I don't listen.
Because you don't want to see them do trap.
Nah, I don't want to see them do trap. Like I said earlier today.
You like a pop type dude, right?
Nah. I said earlier today.
They have killed some trap joints though.
I pay proud to pay prices, which was Nipsey's thing, to hear Benny over Heatmakers, a whole project.
I like that.
Shut up.
I would.
Oh my
Joe,
god.
why you mad at that?
That's real shit though. I'm not mad at that though.
What? What's the problem with that? I don't like the same sound that I hear. I don't like Derringer beats. I don't like hearing them over Alchemist beats. I don't like Freddie Gibbs over Alchemist beats. I don't like Royce over these beats. Like I don't like. I don't like that. That sound. That sound to me, and me and Parks, we've had this talk in the past. That sound to me, I jokingly call it the boom bap. It's a joke. I know it's not the traditional boom bap sound.
This is more boom bap in a way.
I know.
It is.
I know. The sound to me is that late '90s gritty New York era sound.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't want it. I'm not a fan of Premiere production, for example. You know,
You have to get out. You can't win, Mom. Can you go, Mom?
I can go more. But I'm just saying, like, so that was my knock against them. It worked for them. So by all means,
Right.
you know, look at Gibbs and Alchemist got nominated for a Grammy. So I'm not saying that it's whack.
Right.
It's not for me. I was a Gibbs fan when he was rapping over the track beats.
Do you like him over Madlib?
No,
Okay.
no.
So he really just doesn't like that sound.
Yeah.
I don't like that sound.
You don't like the sound.
I don't
So
like
it's
the sound.
not Benny.
No, it's not
The
Benny.
sound.
I've heard. I have a project in my phone that I put together called Benny the Butcher guest appearances. It's every feature that he's ever done outside of the Griselda in-house, and he's killing. Like this shit is fire.
So you want
I
you
like
want
to hear
Benny
him
to
over
like
different
you want to
settings.
hear him over like Mustard.
Hell
I
Don't do that to Mustard, because Mustard got a
like
bag.
him over fraud.
I don't want to hear this shit is happening.
Mustard has a bag. That's not just, the pop.
Well, new Mustard because
Yeah.
You want to hear Beeves over Mustard, right?
I'll take that.
harmonizing.
I'll take it.
Fucking guy over.
But nah, it's funny that you mentioned the production thing, because I thought the same thing too. His last project that he did with Hit Boy,
Yeah.
that's still in my rotation. Like, I think Hit Boy kind of set himself apart when I listen to this, because I don't get the same feeling, and there's no disrespect and no slight to Harry Fraud. I don't get that same feeling from the project that he did with Hit Boy.
Damn.
Like, this song, Plug Talk featuring 2 Chainz for me, it sounded like he was chasing that sound that Ice is talking about. Like, he was trying to stay current, he was trying to stay in that flow, that cadence. And for me, I was like, yo, I gotta go back to Burden of Proof,
Can I reply to that?
for sure.
You know he has a Drake record in his pocket. If he was trying to stay relevant and mainstream.
I heard it.
I know, but it's not on here. So what do you think of that? If that were his goal, why wouldn't he try to drop that?
I'm pretty sure that he could go ahead and get any type of trap producer to do an album with him.
And I think that's
See, that's
also
the other
on
thing
Drake
I'm
too.
getting tired of,
I think Drake also was like, hey, when it's time, then let's go there. I don't think that's just a Benny decision to say, hey, I'm gonna drop the Drake record.
Yeah.
So
And that makes
maybe
sense.
he wanted to put it on the last project or on this
Well,
one.
he said I saw something he said a couple days ago where he said he can't wait to get that record out.
Yeah, that's what, and he said that
So,
he was here.
obviously that means I want this record to come out, but
It
for
means
other
you,
reasons I
it
can't get
means
out.
you have to wait on a plan
Right.
and a team to work around that record. So if it's a Drake record, so you know it's too big, you're not gonna put this on the plugs. I meant 2, I would assume.
Nah.
Yeah.
But the song when you're doing what an industry, I mean on a label album or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Some where there's
100%.
a bigger marketing plan and shit.
And honestly, the other thing I'm only speaking for me. I'm getting tired of the rapper one producer albums.
Really?
I like to mix it up. Show me some versatility. And that's the thing about these guys. It's the same thing over and over. I've heard your story. I've heard you. Like, you can rap. I'm not taking
Did
that
you
from
listen
you.
to Conway's last album?
How?
To Conway's last album?
That was
From a King to
from
a
a king to
Goddess?
from a king to a, wasn't one after that? Something's burning out or something like that?
No, there was like a deluxe or something.
No.
Oh yeah, there was another one after that he did with Big Ghost.
Come on, you're supposed to know this.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're supposed to know this. Yeah. But anyway, did you listen to that album? Because that one had a bunch of different producers. It had Hit Boy, I think Fraud might have been on there. There was
I
a
listened
couple
to it.
different-
I listened to it. There's nothing that stood out that makes me go back to that album.
Okay.
The fuck was that dumbass?
Is there any more new music to drop?
Justin Bieber
Outside of these, real relaxed.
Why you
Yeah,
But I was just letting you know. I thought you was a music podcast, so that's all. We talking about music.
harmonizing all over that.
Who else besides the Beats?
Guap Dad.
Yeah.
Guap Dad drop.
Okay.
I didn't get to listen to it yet.
Thank you. That last play was some bullshit. Niggas better not treat me like y'all did my last
dropped a
fucking
song.
And Ken Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was me.
Jones.
It was like
R&B record?
It's like a summertime feel. It's a summertime feel. It was nice to see D Nice because over the pandemic, for somebody in my demographic, my age, I wasn't too or as familiar with D Nice and his work. And I don't care if I sound ignorant for saying it. It's when I was born. So to go back, like when I clicked on the record,
man.
and like Park said, that's my guy. When I saw Neo on that shit and I clicked the record, it showed all of his old work.
Right.
And then for me, because it like the nigga had hair. I don't know D Nice. So when I seen the artwork and he had the high top, it was 1990. I'm like, oh shit, let me go back. And Joe, you don't gotta make that face. I know I'm young. I understand that I'm young and I'm dumb. Whatever you want to put on me, cool. I'll take that. But it was nice to go in just the rabbit hole of D Nice for me and other people who probably wasn't as familiar. So yeah.
Look at you getting educated.
Yeah, you do your homework. I respect it. You wasn't there for it, so you go back and
What you want to do? Like, think about streaming for young kids, you can just go get it. Like, as opposed to we were kids, like finding old shit, we had to go spend $100. Because I get tight with the new kids for not tapping into doing that. Because I'm a young kid that I probably take an album each week that's from like the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and I go tap in because we can.
Right.
I find it so dumb for them not to tap in because, like, y'all had to go to fucking record stores.
Right.
Bro, we
And
was
really
buying
search and shit. You guys spend a lot of money on shit you might not like. That's what I'm saying. Shit's on my phone.
No Limit Records was dropping an album every 2 weeks for 2 years straight. And I
Whoa.
bought every last one of them. Shit that I can't tell you one song off of today. I was going to the store, spending $16, $17 per CD every 2 weeks.
Yes.
Like, it was a commitment back then. Like, yo, you was going to shit, the towers fell. I found out the towers fell because I was buying Fab's debut album and Blueprint.
So what y'all doing when it sold out? When shit sold out, what y'all doing?
You have to be at that store at 9 in the morning. That's what you do.
So like pre-order, you get a long slip.
Yeah. All you guys that we have to. Hello?
Yo.
Hello?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do that the right way, bro. I thought it was just us, bro. Like, get me caught up. Hold the cameras back, nigga. Change your heart.
Joe crazy.
You can't do that.
Joe didn't say nothing. All right, this is Justin LeBoy calling me, right? And we are live on the air. How are you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. Marvelous. Splendid.
Okay. We did a call earlier where you were telling me about your remote show. But let's do it again. Let's do it.
Yes, I didn't know. I thought you were calling me. You know how you usually do when we just talk crazy.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know it was being recorded or really used.
And that's the thing about you newbies in business.
Yeah, I thought, you can't, we went from friend to interview too quick. I wasn't aware.
You gotta be careful. So listen, so you have a new show. Your first guest was Chris Brown.
And Kevin Durant.
And KD. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Well, you jump. Nobody came out the gate like that before. That's another story.
Now you got Sweetie up there looking beautiful, right?
As always.
Amazing. Man, she looks better in person.
Oh my God. Oh.
She was glowing.
Oh.
It was hard to make eye contact with her during the show, Joe.
Yeah, listen, man, and the blogs are picking up these stories everywhere. And what I'm saying is this to you:
right.
I don't have a significant other that I would let go do an interview at a mansion with her ex and you.
But why me? I'm innocent
you was
here.
there. You was there. None of mine can go sit with their ex and Justin LeBoy.
What if it was just Justin LeBoy though?
Nah. My bitches can't sit with you. Sorry, buddy.
At least you honest.
I was watching your show, and before you asked the question, you was like, yo, let me pull up my sleeve. But you only pulled up one sleeve. So I was like, yeah. Yo, miraculously, it was the sleeve with like an iced out rollie and all this other shit on it. The other sleeve just stayed down. I was like, man, I can't fuck with niggas like this, man.
Nobody said nothing when you had the chain down to your belly button 20 years ago. Use me now.
Yo, you getting your shit off out there?
You said what happened?
You get your shit off out there?
I'm trying.
So this is all I'm saying. Now we have rumors of Sweetie and Quavo breaking up and unfollowing each other. I don't know if those things are true. I don't speak to either one of them. But it seems to be coming off the back.
I thought you knew Quavo. You had a little friendship, if I'm not mistaken.
That is my man's. That's my guy.
Okay.
We kissed, we made up, pause.
Whoa. Stupid
But how do you feel about this breakup coming on the heels of your show? Like, do you feel like you and her ex might have anything
No, I'm
to do
going
with
for
that?
another one. I'm with this shit.
Nah, honestly, I didn't. That wasn't my intent.
Oh!
I came on the show.
Water,
If you know anything about my brand, you know it's toxic. You know we turned up. You know before this I had demon time, so you know that's the bag I'm in. So you know when she came on the show, she knew what she was getting herself into. So
Game 3.
you know it was a vibe. It was supposed to be fun. It was never supposed to be all this breakup rumors and all that. So you know for that to happen, hopefully they get back together. They was a dope couple for real, but. You know.
This nigga went and found some media.
I know a lot of people ain't mad that she's single right now. Though. Niggas is gonna start shooting her shots. She's the biggest free agent.
We never knew she was single, Justin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
We don't.
Allegedly, that she's single. I think she's gonna get a max deal with free agency. The shade room told us, Joe.
Wait a max free agency day. I don't think you're not getting me in trouble. I pieced it up with them. I'm not doing that with you.
Come on.
Is there anything you can tell us about your show moving forward that the viewing public does not know? Give it to me.
Well, we got a lot of special guests coming up.
What the fuck is Robinson
even more
doing,
toxic.
man?
You know, Sweetie was just the start, and I
Biggest
think
nigga on the
my
team.
next guest is really, really like the king of toxic, and then demon time. He might be the worst nigga alive right now, besides me. And then after that, we got, you know, I feel there's a group of females who I think are, you know,
Women,
probably the
not
toxic
females.
women, the most toxic women in the game. So, you know, the next 2-3 episodes,
shit outta here,
make sure you
boy.
tune in. Respectfully, Justice
turn
Show.
up.
The biggest show in the world besides the Good Money podcast.
Listen, I'm supporting this show even though y'all took my State of the Culture budget.
No, don't do that, Joe.
Yo,
You just sharing a couple dollars.
Why is nobody cut into the fucking basket?
I've been inviting me to none of the houses.
God, oh my God, this nigga didn't fucking dunk it? How small he is to you? Dunk the fucking... Oh my God, I'm about to break this fucking controller, man. Twice he gave up the open shot, nigga. What the fuck are you doing? God damn.
I want to be on the show, bro. Be in New York.
I can't get no fucking assist, man.
Anywhere from Tuesday to Thursday, please. Man, I want to come on and talk some shit with you.
Oh, listen, man, you're more than welcome to join me if you get a free minute away from Meek Mill and the rest of the guys.
Pick your handle up. Wow, Robinson, how you not gonna fucking guard this nigga?
Yo, what Meek doing right now?
Damn.
Meek somewhere on a bike, popping rollers around Atlanta or something.
Fucking zero fucking help defense, my nigga. Like, this shit's stupid. This fucking
That's what I'm
is
saying.
retarded.
That's why the first time you called me, I'm like, what the? I'm a deer in headlights. Any other conversations ever came up, man, I'm out of here.
Oh, wait, actually, Jeff, I'm glad you're on the phone.
Shit got me
Because
hot.
there's a lot of situations in the last few months.
Fuck out of here. I ain't passing the ball, nigga.
Like, in the question, it's making me sad out there. Like, can you
Niggas
tell people
suck,
about
man.
how much of a
That's the Robinson out the game. Bet. Gibson, turn up, nigga. I'm gonna pass you the ball next time.
Joe, whatever the world ever had to say, I defend you because, like, throughout this whole journey, Joe's on the phone with me listening to slander everyone on earth. And he was
we out, nigga.
health coach for me. Mental health coach for me. And Joe was lucky. And listen, but I'm gonna keep it real.
That's what I'm talking about. Get busy, nigga. That's what I'm talking about. God damn, son. Somebody have a fucking offensive bone in their fucking body besides me, please.
I know what that set look like over there. It look good. Listen, man. Listen, when you come up here, hit me.
Fucking get traded, yo. You niggas suck.
Alright, but I'll get there Monday. I'm gonna hit you.
Alright, bet.
Alright, bro.
One.
Damn, I can't wait till the off season.
Yo,
Man.
Joe,
We need to
I'm
pick
a
up
little
some
jealous,
talent.
bro.
Fuck off me.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like,
Justin better than you.
like Justin LeBoy is like that's.
What did you say now?
Nah, I thought like hearing him, you giving him like the codes to life and shit, the blueprint, and I've been here for quite a while now.
That's crazy, son. He give you the
That's
blueprint.
wild. That's wild.
And I hear like the blueprint. Like I'm kind of just taking it on.
Score, nigga.
We only call you for work.
I'm just a
That's what I'm
follower.
talking about.
Like the fact that he's getting like the real cheat codes, like
Right.
sharing them out. And I'm like, man, bro, I've been here, bro. Like I just told you, me and you shared a moment when the dog definitely has a moment. When your tears was on your cheek, I had the tissue right in the pocket.
That's the thing.
He tried your tears and you didn't give him the keys.
The dog is gonna die whether you're there or not. Like, I mean,
Yeah, nigga.
sometimes people overstate their value in the situation. Hey, the dog's dying, nigga. You ain't do CPR.
Yo,
That's what it
2
is.
points, 3 points. Oh, what the
Justin
fuck?
had 2.6 million followers on Instagram.
Garbage.
What you got?
But he ain't wipe your tears. He ain't wipe your tears.
All right, but
That's all I'm saying.
How many followers you got?
2.600.
I don't got. I got. I ain't got 2.6.
The budget didn't get approved.
I'm sorry. Damn.
I don't know if they know how that goes.
I just thought your tears was more valuable than
My tears.
the flowers.
I
That's
catch
all.
my tears. Fuck out of here.
You do cry a lot, so I guess I shouldn't have put that much stock into your tears.
Here's a question for you. Actually, here's a question for everybody. And again, we missed the pod last week, so some things
Nope.
I missed and didn't talk
Nope.
about. And some of this stuff is not important at all. But the sweetie topic came up when, like, would you let your ex go to, or would you let your girl go to her ex house for an interview? I asked Justin. Cool. But the Salt Bay shit with Shorty, where dude went to go have a little meal.
Oh, God. Man, yeah,
Salt
they
Bay
look,
just put
dude.
the knife in
Fuck.
the steak, fed her with it. She had a tongue all out, licking the meat.
Trying to get my niggas active.
She was all,
They gonna make me have to turn up.
Oh,
Oh, pick up. We out, nigga.
She enjoyed that too much.
Oh,
that's what I
score the ball.
She could have just ate the meat, man.
What the
Pick it off
fuck?
the finger.
Yeah.
That's not what you go to the Salt Bay for. You
Oh,
don't go to Salt Bay to pick the steak off the fork.
These niggas
look,
with
her
these
tongue
short ass,
touched her
stupid
chin.
ass
Now,
fucking
you
jewelry
see,
and shit.
like, she
That
got
niggas
like
ain't
a
built like that.
Instagram page. Did y'all find that?
Look at
I know you
that.
did for
Wasting her ass. She should have 3 assists.
I did some research. That's all.
Yeah.
No, she got a really
One of
nice
them.
Instagram page. That's all.
Oh, you follow me.
You back in here, Randall. Let's get it.
What I'm saying, would y'all be mad if Salt Bay fed y'all girls some meat?
Oh, yeah.
Like that, yeah, absolutely. We're gonna talk about that in the car.
Alright, when I'm there, no. But when we get to the crib,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
sitting there like, you can use your finger.
No way in fucking hell.
All right, let me try to paint this.
Get busy.
Differently for you guys. There's an event to celebrate between you and your.
Oh, come on.
You guys are going somewhere. That
Had
you
the
don't typically
mean
go
back
to
up
date
on
night.
him.
It's a special occasion. You end up at Salt Bay's restaurant where the menu and
Nah.
prices more expensive than the
Whoa.
typical anniversary of Valentine's Day.
Right.
This is a thingamajiggy here.
Oh.
You're paying
Fucking get my boy dirty. In the fucking ball. This nigga got the same points as I do.
for the experience.
Put it up.
Yeah.
Salt Bay.
Put it up. You not getting double teamed.
Yo,
what the fuck, bro?
Right. Little elbow shit.
Your girl may be
Ah,
excited to
damn.
you are.
Mm-hmm.
She wants this experience.
Right.
You as her dude, you're gonna step on that, suppress that, or try to
Stupid
ruin the
bitch,
experience.
man. You supposed to
because
go
your
up with that
opinion
random
or
fucking
you just ain't
scoring,
gonna
nigga.
use knife.
Gotta do all this fucking scoring. Niggas can't get no boards. Like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Man.
Get these niggas, man.
The Salt Bay experience is the elbow.
Peyton, you
bullshit.
suck, nigga.
Right? Ain't got nothing
Need
to
to
do with
get
you
this
taking
nigga out
this
off the
steak
team,
and
man.
seductively feeding it to her. She,
Salt Bay expanded his brand nice.
Now you want to say what the Salt Bay experience is to your girl.
My play, man. You know my play.
Got it.
We in and out.
Women.
What if you were in a strip club and she, didn't feel how the
Oh my
dancers
fucking
maybe
God.
in a certain way?
Well, I'm not going in the strip club with my girl.
It's fun.
Oh, so you don't do nothing fun with your girl?
Yeah, I'm just.
Nah, they watch movies.
They
watch
Justice
League. They watch Justice League.
Fuck this
before
nigga doing?
We go out walk the baby.
Take Randall out the
I
fucking
see you, Ice. I see
What
you.
the fuck is this nigga doing?
Coming to America
I
too.
gotta
is
take
crazy.
over, man. I gotta take over.
Fucking guy.
Fuck these niggas.
All right, well, I
think
don't. It wasn't a real
Trying
fight.
to get y'all niggas involved, trying to get y'all niggas
I
to
get
play.
it. When I see this,
Put
like,
some
dude
score on the board, and y'all
me and him
niggas
gonna
ain't
talk
doing
about that in the
shit.
car. Like, yo,
But
you
letting the
could've took that.
motherfucking
He
scores
definitely
get
saw
caught
that.
up.
I know he did.
Yeah.
And he was tight the rest of the night.
Yeah. Look at the face.
That shit out of here, pussy. Oh!
Right there, yo, let's go.
Fuck this nigga, he picked the ball up.
Yeah, for
Bro,
me,
look at her tongue, son. Look at her tongue.
it's how you receive.
Score, nigga.
It's like
That's what I'm
she
talking
could've
about.
snatched it off the knife like a Rottweiler, and nobody would have felt like it was an issue.
Get a fucking breather.
She didn't have
Killing me,
like,
nigga.
it was
Let's
a
go.
Women are not Rottweilers.
It's an act. It's an act. She could have done that. Whatever, like, not animal, but whatever action.
But
She
Bieber
wanted
is
to
in the
use while
clear.
in the
Justin Bieber is in the clear, though, right?
Whatever.
She can be a Rottweiler, but Biebs can harmonize nigger, and it's okay.
Assertiveness, Joe.
You gotta be assertive.
Assertiveness. She wanted to take the
She
state
didn't have
off
to
of
take the
that
beat
night.
like that.
Yeah, like that was on her. That's not on Salt Bay. Like I can't leave that establishment mad at Salt Bay because he's trying to do it. I saw a clip with Amari Cooper.
Yeah, he do the thing. That's his shit.
Amari Cooper.
Fuck you,
I
Peyton.
don't look at him like he's soft. You know, anybody that play in the NFL, like they
Oh,
kind of come with a
you
credit.
dickhead.
Like, I bet.
You trying to score on two people and you know you jump shot in water.
Not just anybody.
Watch this nigga Jay this shit.
Nah, the punters too.
Give me the ball, nigga. Oh, give me the
He
ball.
looked like he.
Fuck is wrong with you?
He got a favorite puncher.
Move down low, nigga. You a fucking center. God damn. Fucking block.
He has a range.
Alex Rod would say Von so hard.
That's all I'm saying.
Happy.
I'm just saying. Salt Bay, just like I told you earlier, Salt Bay, his energy is steady. He's trying to put the meat in your
How is
mouth.
this little nigga getting a rebound over me, man? I need some fucking rebound.
Hey, don't worry, let's keep this thing moving right along.
Oh, whack,
Rich
nigga.
kid busted at LAX with a weapon.
Hey.
Somebody
Up
in here
20.
tell me how this keeps happening.
I got nothing, bro.
It's pretty easy. Maybe you were doing certain drugs, marijuana, and then you get to the airport. Now it's a quick flight, and you forget you keep something concealed on your bag when you're carrying it.
Yeah, that's so. Whatever you just said.
Yeah.
Let me help you. You sound nuts.
Oh my god.
But see, it's nuts, but that happens. I've been like with people where they
Do
had some things.
you know the New York gun laws?
Nah, just LAX.
Oh what, baby? Oh my god.
I'm not saying it has to do with the law. I'm saying like when you're like
That nigga disrespected him so
imagine rushing,
bad.
like having a rush.
Oh my god, Randall.
Assume you don't remember what's you have
Fucking
to
man, what the
That's kind of what my
fuck?
thing is, and that's how I get to my point.
Come on,
I
Robinson.
put myself in a situation, and I
Randall, why the fuck
so
is
let's
you
go
getting so
through
close
it.
to me,
When I have a
dog?
really early morning flight,
Give me the fucking ball.
whatever is happening the night before, I feel like it's distracting me, and I'm forgetting something, so I'm paranoid. So I spend the entire night before figuring out what I'm forgetting for the morning flight.
It was the 9.
Let's pretend
I need this.
I got that again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Back to self.
Stop that.
You never know.
Ah, let's go.
No.
9.
Oh, y'all.
Got something.
3 of y'all niggas. Oh, 3 of y'all.
What if they don't have my money? Wait, all right, so I'm thinking about
Killing
what
these
I-
boys,
wow,
man.
maybe
Shit ain't even
forgetting.
fun to watch.
I imagine if I smoke a blunt in that or get drunk in that, it'll be real
I
bad
hit him.
that night
Yeah,
or the
smack
morning.
the shit out that nigga.
And I won't have to wear
Earn them points.
this bag correctly. Or check it correctly. Because I imagine that that's what's happening. People are forgetting that they're packing in the gun bag.
Fuck that. Earn them
Hey,
shits.
this is the gun bag. When I'm in my car,
backpack. Yeah. The Louis.
you should have an airport bag
Yeah.
and a gun travel bag.
Yeah. That's a good point. This is the guns and drugs bag.
But legally.
Oh, of course.
Like the legally.
Oh, come on. Fuck you missing shots like that.
Come back here.
Get your
You
man.
can't tell me to shut the fuck up because clearly he didn't have that distinction.
I will say this.
Yo, brother.
Oh, charge, nigga.
Wait, let me
What?
Why
Oh my god, yo.
Because I'm being mean. Because you sign your NDA.
Blocking phone?
This is not the first
That shit
rapper
is some
entertainer
bullshit.
whoever to walk through a major airport airport with the firearm.
So that should be.
Of course,
Okay.
you just have to say it.
I'm missing
That's
something.
all I'm saying. Like we've traveled together. We have security. Security makes sure. I don't keep.
Wait, let me hear him. Give them a
No, we have security, and security goes through the protocol to make
No
sure
way,
that it's
nigga.
done the right way. There's a certain bag, there's a certain security that you gotta go through. That's what
Swallow's
I'm
never
saying.
checked my bag.
Hold up for a minute, bro. This your man, right?
Yeah.
This is why your man pisses me off.
What he doing?
So you know those things.
I know. I'm not Rich the Kid.
So when you double
I'm
back
not
to the
Rich the Kid.
Denver club with no security, no gun, no knife,
I need that.
away from your crew and people that love you, you do know these things. Holy shit!
Oh!
It's different. It's different.
Oh my God.
I will say, you said different though. Like these rappers live really fast compared to maybe you and me, Joe. Like they're doing things at a time that they probably can't keep up with, which makes
Like
it dumb
the
shit.
gun.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. Here's my response to that. If you can't keep
Oh
up
my
with
God,
where
man.
the gun was placed,
You shouldn't be the one with
should
What
you
the
have
fuck?
a gun?
That's the part I'm not getting.
What if you have to determine if you
Nah.
have to shoot somebody?
Right. I do have the gun.
But you know the crazy shit? Like y'all started the whole episode with the baby.
Uh-huh.
You started the whole
Ah!
the artist, and if he didn't have that on him, what?
Yeah, keep your head down, nigga.
The artist has
That
it on
nigga
him.
tight.
You can't knock Rich the
So
Kid for
funny.
having it on him.
So why didn't anything happen to the baby?
What you mean?
Why didn't?
Because he had the gun on him. The same way that Rich the Kid had it on him.
Oh, he violated Gibson. Oh my God.
I'm not gonna get into specifics.
Okay,
I'm talking about a rapper, an entertainer, a nigga with money having a firearm on him.
Okay.
The same thing as Rich the Kid and the baby.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. No, but he was popping in his city.
Okay.
Which is why niggas ran up on him because he was popping where he was in his area.
Okay.
That's my point.
What's their gun loss? What I'm trying to say to you though, that's not the same thing as having a gun in an airport.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You have to know.
He went to TSA.
Right.
And I started.
Showed his ID, took his hat off, his ass down.
You did all that shit.
Nah, I'm Rich the Kid. And then put the bag through the thing with a gun in it.
But I think that's a lack and that's a failure on his team. Like,
Oh,
as
thank
an
you
artist,
for such
I'm just saying.
You
like,
don't say.
That's a lack on his team.
Really?
That's
what we
no,
been saying.
Nah, they should have did that.
But y'all didn't say that. Y'all didn't say that. Y'all putting it on him.
I mean, say, we're part of Joe's team. Do we ever go through his bag to make sure we don't have the knowledge on that thing?
But that's on him. Don't be a rapper if you're not planning to have a team. Like, I met Joe and his refined, from what y'all tell me.
You put it on his team to that they didn't find the gun in the bag.
No, that they didn't know that the artist, the investment, the asset.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you one question. You said you was Joe's driver for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know every time that Joe got in the car with you with the bag, whether or not there was a gun in that bag?
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't know.
So how is that on his team if you didn't know if Joe had one or not?
Even if I didn't
And
know,
you
every
wasn't
time
my
I've been to
driver.
an airport,
He wasn't my driver. He might have did his solid.
I did mad solid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to me.
The niggas is crazy out here.
I mean, like,
What does your contract
my
say?
history says I drove you a few times. You put a few miles on my car. But no.
Why do that, man? Why do that?
What's in Joe's bag?
You gotta
somebody
fucking
on
free
the team that I
lane.
expect to know what's going on.
But if
with
it's the
Joe.
two of y'all in the car.
In the car? Right. In the car, then no. That's a whole different situation. But this is an airport. In the car,
So if you was dropping
I
Joe
wouldn't
off
mind.
at the airport, if you was dropping Joe, yo, say fine, drop me off at the airport real quick.
I'll be 1,000% honest. Anytime
yeah, Joe, you got it on you?
to
Yo,
an
hold your bag
airport,
real quick first. You get in this car.
Yeah.
Let me hear what he said. What he said?
anytime that I've been to an airport with Joe, it's been us traveling together to a destination.
You think Keith says, yo, you got it on you?
No, but I think Keith
No one
or
has ever asked
or
me, yo, do
whomever.
you have a gun on you?
Joe, you got it on you?
Oh my God, man. Shit was on the fucking line.
Did you forget your phone?
Ah.
Go through the airport with a fucking gun.
Absolutely,
Common
but
sense.
we're
Then
talking
what-
about
what's your
40-year-old Joe. Rich the Kid is probably close to my age. Like,
Say,
we
well,
hear
I've
stories
never
all the
been
time.
caught. I've
But
never
that's
been caught
you.
in the
You're
airport
not
with a
a
gun.
guy who's gonna walk around with a gun, Joe.
So we're not
But that's
talking about-
you.
But wait, so we're not talking about 4-year-olds. talking about Joe at any point in his life was never doing
But
that.
if you was 20 years old and I was still in the same role that I'm in now, and we travel together or work together, whatever, closely, I would know if you kept a gun on you.
Have you
Just by being around you.
Have you
Like, you don't
successfully?
never have to tell me that you have a gun on you. Just
What
by
does that have to
knowing.
do with me bringing it to the airport?
Because there's a team, there's an infrastructure is what I'm saying. He's clearly lacking that. At 20 years old,
So it's not
like I've been around people who
team,
keep that
Hold
on
up,
them.
hold up. How old are you again?
I'm 27.
There's such a disconnect going on with like accountability
Right.
and what we're responsible for. What you're saying is that his team is responsible for him having a gun in his bag and going to TSA.
Yeah.
And I'm going to strongly disagree.
I
with that.
disagree.
When he goes to sleep at night,
Pass
after
the
they arrest
fucking
him, he
ball,
can
nigga.
say, this is where I messed up. Not, damn, why my team ain't hit me and asked me,
Was there a gun?
how did they let me know going through blah blah blah. In the picture, in the picture, wait, slow down, not them. The pictures I saw, it wasn't even a team in place with him. When they locked him up and escorted him to a car, there was nobody standing on the side to say, yo, what's going on? Look, it's only him. No, at this point, Savon, you cannot put this on your
Charge, nigga. Thank
are
you.
responsible for how you travel and what travels with you.
Correct.
This looks a mess, but I want to highlight it because it's pretty common. People are doing this. People are forgetting
Ain't the first time.
that their gun bag is their 1 day, 2 day travel bag.
Oh my fucking god, man. I'm fucking perturbed.
For something else, like you snuck on someone with your into your carry on and you landed, you were like, oh shit.
The closest that I've gotten to that, Alex, is checking the bag, getting the TSA, and realizing that something is
fuck
in
is
my
he-
pocket that shouldn't be in my pocket. And in
Whatever,
that instance,
man.
I can throw it away. If there's a drink in there that shouldn't be in there,
You can throw it in.
maybe I got too many lighters on me.
Right.
Like I feel like a crackhead if I got 9 lighters in my pocket. I don't need these as I travel.
Right.
Like shit like that. Even if you want to talk about paraphernalia, now if you go through TSA with some of that, sometimes they give you a pass. If you go through, they'll let you throw it away. Like the TSA is, you gotta remember what everyone's job is. They're not there to spend however many hours doing paperwork on the things that you thought you could get through.
Right.
But if you have a weapon,
Yeah. Right.
that's different.
But that's somebody's job.
It's
to
not.
know.
It's not you.
It's your job.
It's your job.
To know.
It's not somebody's job.
I'm not excusing him.
You are. If
You
you're
are
saying that.
saying it's somebody else's.
If you're saying that that's somebody's job, you are excusing him.
You're removing the accountability from him.
No, I'm not.
You don't need his handheld to walk through the airport.
I'm
bro.
talking from a perspective of somebody who's walked through an airport when Joe is the famous person. Joe is he's the leader. He's the reason that this whole shit goes. The reason that we're in airports flying from city to city.
Okay.
Because Joe is that guy.
And before you get to
Fucking go,
what
man.
you can do
Get out of here.
to help Joe in any airport situation,
Yo, I'm on my way.
how
What's
Joe
the
helps the
wave?
team is by knowing that Joe cannot bring a loaded or unloaded weapon through TSA at an airport. Now we're not dealing with state laws, we're dealing with federal laws.
Absolutely.
Those are questions that I asked when weed was legalized in New Jersey. I asked, hey, does that mean that you can travel through an airport with marijuana on you because it's legal here?
Right.
What if you're landing somewhere where it's legal or not legal?
Yeah, or not legal.
What
This shit.
happens? And people will tell you,